So we're currently in Sturgeon Bay in the thumb or the peninsula of Wisconsin.
We are Gay and Robert. 5 years ago, we quit our jobs, sold our house and all of our possessions, and began living the dream of traveling the world with only backpacks on our backs. After flying over 300,000 miles and visiting 82 countries, COVID brought us to a screeching halt. True to our fashion, we improvised and bought a brand new van and built it out in just 6 weeks to explore the United States until international travel opens up.
So we are on our way up to Door County, Wisconsin, and it is located in the thumb of Wisconsin itself.
We had a cottage up there for about 15 years. It's about 2.5 hours from where we live, so it was easy. We'd go every weekend.
Great location for us and a great place to raise our boys. We were up there all summers, even through the winter. We had a small cottage on the Bay of Green Bay, and we had a small boat there, and then we also had...
yeah, that's where we got introduced into big boating, or bigger boating. We bought a 32-foot sundowner tug, which is like a Nordic tug, and kept it in Sturgeon Bay.
And so we would often do boat trips from Sturgeon Bay as well, but we have so many memories of being up at the cottage, and we've made some great friends up there, and that is where we're headed to today to see them, because it's been a little bit since we've seen them.
And it's funny that we thought we would never sell the cottage, and it was very dear to our heart, which it still is, but it's an asset that just doesn't work for us. We wouldn't be around enough, so.
Yeah, we are on the go too much and love the mix of being in so many different places so anyways, we hope to take you to our cottage that we had. It's an architectural gem and a must-see fairy tale cottage, so hopefully we get a glimpse of that while we're up there, and we will take you along and show you some sights when we travel through.
Good morning, everybody. We are at our campground that we stayed at last night up in Door County. It's Potawatomi State Park. We had a blast meeting up with our friends in our old neighborhood where we used to own our cottage. And today on our agenda, we are actually going to drive up the thumb to some of the old locations that we used to visit when we were here, and we will take you along and show you the beautiful Door County. I'm going to sit here and enjoy the rest of my coffee. We are going to go for a run, and then we're going to take off and enjoy this beautiful day.
This was a place that we frequented when we had a cottage up here. We also had a boat slipped and owned some property up here, and that's where we kept our boat, and we will definitely take you over there and show you that location. This was a bridge that we always had to time correctly and wait for a scheduled opening, because we often went under it to head up the peninsula.
Only on our
tug.
On our tug.
Yeah.
Sea dory would fit underneath it, but
totally.
On our tug, it was every hour it was the opening, so it was.
And the timing sometime was really difficult, especially in the tug. You couldn't go any faster than 6 knots. And on the other side of that bridge is where we actually kept our boat in our slip that we owned in Egg Harbor here.
In Sturgeon Bay.
Sturgeon Bay here. Sturgeon Bay is a cute town, especially with the marinas and the waterfront. It's really has revitalized itself over the years, and there's a lot of great restaurants and boutiques. It's definitely a stop along the way when you're heading up to Door County and the consecutive little towns along the way.
Yeah, we've always loved Sturgeon Bay, even though it's not the most popular. Like Fish Creek, Egg Harbor, Sister Bay would be the most popular, but this was probably our favorite. Fun thing, we could keep our boat right there on the canal, and it was a quick drive from our
Cottage. Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice little town.
So we're currently in Sturgeon Bay in the thumb or the peninsula of Wisconsin, and Sturgeon Bay is known for its shipbuilding industry. This is where all the jobs are. They bring in ships in the wintertime that need to be repaired, and in the wintertime when we are up here and when we come and visit this area, there's at least like 20 ships in there often that are getting repaired for this season because they are no longer out, obviously.
Right, and they have to, I think every 5 years, 10 years, whatever, they have to come in for annual maintenance. But yeah, they'll actually put all the ships in the bays, and then they'll have ships running into the channel because they have so many of them.
Yeah, so ships will be lined up that way, and then they have ships in the dry bays where then they're taken out of the water and they are then repaired to the standards and requirements. But this is the canal here, or the inlet that takes you to the Michigan side, or this will take you on the Bay of the Green Bay side, which you then are running on the inside of the thumb up to the tip of Door County.
A little windy today. We had a cottage on the Bay of Green Bay that way, but we were down south that way. Anyway, it can get really nasty, which we loved. We'd sit on the shore and just watch the waves build, and they can get really big, especially more in the autumn time, in the springtime.
And this area in particular, because of the directions of the wind, it funnels right through this channel, and the wave heights get really huge. And it's sometimes we would start heading out and not realize how huge the waves are. Then you get to the mouth, and then it's like in the tug, we're like, yeah, we got to turn around because we are going to get pounded for hours on end. And so then we would wait for the winds to calm down, wait for the waves to settle, and then head back out again. So we love Sturgeon Bay, and we loved keeping our boat here. So what we're looking at behind me are these new bays that are being built. Sturgeon Bay is also known for yacht building. Palmer Johnson Yachts is here, and they manufacture huge yachts in Sturgeon Bay, and potentially these are the new bays for them. We don't know that. This one right here was or is definitely a yacht building bay. We used to or have done the yacht building tours where you can actually go in there and see how it is that they build one of the yachts. So this sailboat right out there, that was always us. We would be tooling around out here waiting for the hourly opening to get underneath the bridge, and so that's what they're waiting on, because we would come from this direction to head out up the channel that way towards the tip of the peninsula, and it was always the dreaded bridge opening. Come on, let's go, we got to catch the 11 o'clock bridge opening. Or on the way back, we're like, do you think we can make the 12 o'clock bridge opening? And then if you didn't, then you had to wait another hour until you could get underneath the darn bridge. But that is what the sailboat is currently doing right now, is waiting for a bridge opening. There's a sailboat on the other side waiting to come under too, and so I'll hopefully capture the bridge opening for you. So clearly the bridge is not opening on the hour. It's now 11:10, so unfortunately I will not video the bridge opening itself. Don't know what's going on, but it's gonna open because there's sailboats waiting to come under, so maybe I'll capture it as we are driving back over. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of our short video on Door County and where we have created a ton of memories with our kids. We have spent a ton of time in Sturgeon Bay, and we will take you again there tomorrow and show you where we kept our boat and then take you on up to Fish Creek. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.